Alexa, what's the weather in Boston tomorrow?
Tomorrow in Boston, Massachusetts, you'll see snowy, rainy weather. You can expect a high of 40 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 38 degrees.
What? I have to rethink my entire outfit. I bet many of you are wondering where I've been, but we'll get to that later. Meanwhile, let us welcome my first time here in Boston. I've been wanting to come to Boston for a while, so I self-assigned this trip and I got to keep it because I'm on reserve and sometimes crew scheduling can take our trips away and reroute us somewhere else. I really thought I wasn't gonna keep this one, but I'm so glad I did. Right now it's 8:30 in the morning, local time. Back home, 5:30 in the morning, and I've had zero sleep. I tried to nap before this trip and I just could not nap for the life of me. So we're gonna catch up after this. I'm gonna go ahead, settle in, take a nap, and then we'll hang out in a little bit, okay guys? All right, I'll be right back. For me, I'm a little more rejuvenated, so we're gonna do a proper introduction. Hi, welcome back. If you are new here, I'm Marina and I am a Mainline Seattle-based flight attendant. Right now I am on a layover, all bundled up for the chilly weather here in Boston, which is kind of very unexpected. I had to repack my bag and everything. I slept until like, I think my alarm went off at like 2-ish. I don't remember. I snoozed for a little bit longer. I officially woke up at 3 p.m. I feel like I could have slept a lot longer, but honestly, like, this is good for me. I'm able to sustain the rest of the day because I still need to get to sleep at a good hour tonight because I will be working a really early flight tomorrow morning. But a real quick breakdown, this is technically a 5-day reserve block for me, but the first day I did airport standby. I didn't do anything. I got to go home. The second day I did self-assign this 3-day because these were the day prior. With doing that, it just gave me like a single reserve day left over technically, and so crew scheduling gave me a turn, and I did film that for you guys. We went to San Luis Obispo. I don't even remember. It's like the first time I think I did a turn out of there. This is a 22-hour layover here in Boston. This is my first time, and I know I mentioned that earlier. So I've been wanting to come to Boston for a while. There's a lot of history with Boston, but definitely want to, you know, explore a little bit today, even though it's a little wet outside and it is chilly because the temperature is 38 degrees, and in the Seattle area it's been like in the 50s, like 60s some days. So this is quite a drop for me. So hopefully I didn't feel too bad this morning, so hopefully it's fine. The historic side of Boston, I do want to explore that, but I think I'm going to save it for hopefully a trip that, you know, I can get in the future and bring my boyfriend along, because he is so into history, like, and his retention for all this information. I'm just like, I could never. When the weather's better, because there's like the Boston, like the little Freedom Trail, which is like 2.5 miles long, and you'll hit like 16 different historical spots in Boston. So I do want to do that eventually, but not on this trip because the weather is not like on our side. It's gonna keep like being outside to a minimum if I can, and then I'm gonna be stopping at some like places indoors, and I'm going to bring you guys along. Yeah, with that being said, and I know we still have some catching up to do, kind of like life updates, where I've been, all this stuff. We'll do that later tonight. I have my bag packed here, and I packed a little breakfast burrito. I budgeted my food for this trip because if I want a really good lobster roll, a lot of places around here, especially seafood, is so expensive, and I think a lobster roll is gonna be around like $25 to like $40. It depends on where you go. This is budgeting for that. And then we're gonna bring a water bottle. And then for anyone concerned about me having headphones out when I'm walking, I actually don't turn anything on most times, and even with these ones, like, they're not noise canceling at all. I keep the volume really low if I decide to have anything in my ears. Most times on my layovers, if I can, I'll just call my boyfriend and walk around for, you know, that extra like sense of safety. But yeah, always stay aware. I don't want to like promote like being, you know, totally zoned out in the world if you're out exploring, walking around, because a lot of this stuff I'm doing solo. Occasionally, yes, I do go out to cruise, but in this trip specifically, I am not. So sometimes we just wear these because we don't want anyone bothering us. It's totally normal that people wear headphones out in public settings because they just don't want to be disturbed. I didn't do like an outfit of the day, but everything's pretty much thrifted, even the bag. But I do have a new purchase of shoes. Enough chatting, let's go explore Boston. I am not gonna lie to you guys, it is chilly out here, especially with the wind, and the mist is starting. But right now I'm headed to Acorn Street. I just stopped for coffee and walked through the public garden, Boston Common. So very beautiful. I can only imagine what this looks like when Boston is like in true spring, summer season, even the fall. Look at this cute little Easter tree. Oh my gosh. Alright, we found Acorn Street. Hello, y'all. We made it back to our room where it's warm and not wet. I was gonna get a lobster roll. Ooh, is this expensive? I probably could have found a cheaper lobster roll, but along my walking path, this was definitely the most convenient, and I heard good things about it. So I got a warmed lobster roll from Salty Girl. I should have tried it like fresh. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Just a quick zap. You guys are on the microwave, by the way. Also, it came with Salty Girl, the brand of the restaurant's chips, I guess. Sea salt and vinegar, which I'm a big fan of sea salt and vinegar. There's my lobster roll. It smells really good. It has butter and it looks like it was grilled in like the most amazing looking bun. Watch, look at this. Look at this, looks juicy. It came with a little lemon wedge. Camera's gonna eat first, real quick. So this was my one splurge on the trip. I almost bought a book, but I was like, no, I can find this book cheaper. So I went and bought it off this app called Thrift Books. So that way I can stay on my budget with this delicious looking lobster roll. By the way, this lobster roll was $44. For the one time, I'm gonna justify it, okay? I put a little squeeze of lemon on there. Look at that right here. Where do I even bite it from? Because this looks like all bread on this side. Wait, I need more lobster. Hold on. Oh my god, this lobster looks so fresh. When in Rome, as I like to say, I had to. We're in Boston, Massachusetts. It's actually really good. It's really good. Despite that walk, like this roll held up pretty good. It's still kind of crunchy, which I love. I love a crunchy roll. I almost got lobster ravioli, but I haven't had a lobster roll in so long. It's really good though. Very cute packaging. Let's give these a try. Oh, they smell insanely good. Woo! This is what the chip looks like. You can see it has the skin still on it, like on the outer edges. It's gonna be super crunchy. Y'all ready? Okay. My verdict on first bite, they're good, but they just taste like, you know, your average salt and vinegar chip. I think this has more of like a potato-y taste, if that's even a word. It definitely seems more like cooked. I don't get like a really strong salt and vinegar flavor, but it is there. I think the potatoes are really good quality. Honest review, I love the vibe of Salty Girl, the restaurant, when I went in there. The service, from what I've seen, like the workers walking by, and also the hostess, super nice. To be honest, would I pay another $44 for this meal? I don't see it highly likely. I think you can find a more reasonable priced lobster roll somewhere else for sure. I think we should start a segment in my vlogs, Marina food reviews. Let's do it. If you have a better name, let me know. But let's start with our girl, Salty Girl. The overall quality of this lobster roll is fantastic. Honestly, this is what I would expect from a lobster roll, but for $44, Miss Dang. At least give me like 2. But you know, hey, I don't know how they're sourcing their lobster. Maybe these chips, I wouldn't imagine they're not that expensive to make. I would give this like a 7.5 out of 10. And the flavor itself is like 9 out of 10. I drop it down to a 7 because of the price. I think for a lobster roll, it is overpriced, but it is very good. From now on, I will definitely be comparing any of the lobster rolls I have in my life to this one, because this is yet the most expensive lobster roll I've ever purchased or consumed. So yeah, but I'd have to say the one I had in San Diego would be like an 8.5 out of 10, because the quality was there, the price was there, convenience, like everything about it. It was specifically this lobster roll place, and to be honest, I can't even remember the name of it, and this was kind of years ago I had it, so I'm just going off of memory. I'm discovering that Boston has like a really good Italian scene. A lot of Italian restaurants, pastas, and seafood, obviously. Yeah, next time I'm here, I'm definitely gonna go on the hunt for maybe an Italian restaurant. I'm gonna get more cozy and then we're gonna chat a little bit, okay? So wait for me, I'll be right back. I'm back. I changed. I still need to wash my face, but I'll do it after this really quick. Got a few messages while I've been away, and some people were asking if I was gonna film or have any YouTube videos coming up. And it's been a while since I last posted, and actually my last video wasn't even filmed around the time it was posted. I filmed it like in February, but I posted it I think in March. If you guys are familiar with my videos, I did go on vacation. So essentially I had like extra days off on top of my vacation. It just landed that way. It wasn't a busy month for like February. So basically I ended up with like a month or so off of no flying. So I didn't film at all during that time. So it's just been a while since I've like filmed, but like everything's good. There's been a lot of like updates where yes, we got a new contract and that's already in motion. So I'm getting better pay. I'm getting boarding pay as well, and a bunch of other things that have changed. Next week I'll be getting like my retro check. So that's basically all the back pay between when I started until we got our new contract. So that's gonna be exciting. During my vacation, I had a friend that visited. She used my benefits that I gave her. We hung out, took her to the airport, boom, like a car accident occurred. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might already know about it, but the footage of it I do have. I'm not gonna put it on the screen or anything, but it was like there's essentially 3 of us that were involved in this accident. So my car was parked, and then there was this like blue Mustang that was trying to merge out. They had their blinker on and everything, and then as they were like starting to pull out, this truck comes like merging into that same lane as the Mustang's trying to leave. In my opinion, I think the truck was going way faster than it needed to, but the truck hit that car, which hit my car. My car was parked, and thank God no one was hurt and my car is still drivable, but it did suck because it's been annoying to deal with. My boyfriend was driving and it hit the driver's side where he was at, so luckily him or I, like, we didn't get in or out of the car on that side, so it could have been a lot worse. So yeah, thank God, like, we're totally fine. Just have like a little strain like on his neck and then his shoulder. A lot of the trips I've been pulled off of standby for have been 4-day, 5-day trips, like pretty long trips and time away from home, and so I just haven't been filming those, mainly because I don't have my camera, but also when there's a lot going on, I can get a little bit overwhelmed. I'm not going to do the entirety of the video on my iPhone. Honestly, during my vacation, I wanted to take a break from filming, but I love making YouTube videos, so I do want to obviously get back into posting them at least once a week or every other week. As of recently, I am now a part of the YouTube Creator Collective, and so I have like meetings here and there, just like, you know, taking advantage of the YouTube algorithm, learning more about that, and also connecting with fellow creators. And so there's like pop-up events that they hold for us, and then we can attend and make connections, ways to improve our own YouTube channels. So that's really exciting news. If you guys see my like shorts or follow me TikTok or Instagram, I did just celebrate my 29th birthday. So my birthday is April Fool's Day, and yeah, I just, you know, hung out with my boyfriend and chilled. So I mean, there's probably like a few more things I could update you on, but like those are like the major like updates. And next week is my boyfriend's birthday, and I picked up a trip on my days off, and I will be vlogging it. I think it would be a really fun trip to bring you guys along on. It is an island trip. My boyfriend really loves Hawaii, so I picked up a Maui layover for like 27 hours. I think it'd be a great time. It'll be his first time to Maui. This is gonna be, I think, my second time, and I haven't been in a couple of months. Last time I was there, it was a great time. I did vlog actually that one for you guys, which I'll link that one below. It was a really great layover, and hopefully it's not as windy as it was last time I was there, because it made like riding the bike super hard, but it was really warm and toasty. I don't think it's gonna be as hot for this upcoming visit, but hopefully it's still good. The weather looks decent. The flight does look pretty open, so my work's gonna be non-revving as I'm working the trip. I'll be working lead, and I think working lead when he's non-driving makes me feel a little bit more at ease as well, trying to make sure like he gets on and stuff. I did switch up my days for like my schedule. I used to have opposite days off from my boyfriend, and now I have the same days off, but eventually I think I'm going to switch back to having the opposite, because my boyfriend usually would come with me on my trips, and right now, since we have the same days on and off of work, he can't come along with me on most of them. But this layover I would love to have again, because I want to bring my boyfriend, because he's a history nerd. He loves this stuff, and Boston is like the best place to go exploring and learning more about the history and going to the actual sites and places that we, or at least many of us, might not have learned about. So I can't think of any other updates, so that's pretty much all I have. I'm going to wash my face, get ready for bed, because I have a early report of 5:45 a.m. which is going to be like 2:45 a.m. back home, so I need to go to bed. It's 9:30 now. I was kind of like just chilling for a little bit. I was gonna do my nails and I kind of got sidetracked. I was updating my stories on Instagram, and I was like posting all the stuff that I did today. But yeah, if you want to see like my trips in real time, definitely check out my Instagram. That's like where I'm always posting. So really quick, I want to recap my day and basically also this trip. So I didn't tell you guys, but I worked the D position yet again. Every time I'm filming, I'm like working the D or B. I'm always working the D position, which is like up front, and basically doing all kinds of, you know, forward and aft galley stuff. I'm like on multiple carts, like the beverage, the trash cart, like I'm doing pilot breaks, all the things. I don't ask for these positions, by the way. I just get assigned them from crew scheduling. So I feel like my most assigned trips that I do get are B, D, and like maybe, I feel like D and A are kind of tied, but like I get B as in Bravo position like a lot. Ever since I started flying, like the least assigned position for me is the C position as in Charlie, and honestly it's like my least favorite position. I don't mind it at all, but it's not like I'm dying to have it. I actually prefer every other position before I get the C. The first trip I got assigned to start off this video, and a turn I did, I was the C position on that one, so I was in charge of like the beverage cart. But it was fine, because if it's like one cart service, like I don't mind. It's when it's like a 2-cart service, and those for me are like not my favorite. So I'm not a galley queen, to be honest. Maybe if I'm A, I'm like lead position, yeah, I'll be the galley queen all the time, but not aft galley. I don't think it's not really my jam. I'm scheduled to land around like 10:28. I'll have the rest of the day off, and I'm prepping for the trip I picked up that I told you guys for my boyfriend's birthday, and then we fly out the next day midday. So basically it's like getting home and having a 24-hour layover, and then boom, I'm gone again. Little recap on today. I pretty much filmed everything I did. I overall think Boston is beautiful in its historic nature, and even if it's gloomy outside, like I was still in awe. Like it was gorgeous, like out of a movie gorgeous. It kind of reminded me of Baltimore a little bit, but more like upscale and more lively. Baltimore was really beautiful, and I thought that was like out of a movie as well, and you can check out that vlog too. I've heard the fall time here is amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to coming back, and I just walked around, got my steps in. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, so every day I've been trying to at least walk 2.5 miles. I think a total of like 80 miles, or is this 80 or 60? I'm like all of a sudden forgetting. For the entire month I'm doing this like more of a, I think you would call it like a virtual relay, and it's just to bring awareness and then stand in solidarity with those that have been through that. I'm not going to really talk about it. It's a very sensitive subject, but I'm just bringing awareness that I have been trying to go on walks every day of the month for this month of April. If it's a run, crawl, I don't even care. Like I'm just doing my best. I'm gonna go to sleep, get some well-needed rest, and I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It's 5:30. Van is in 15, or technically 14 minutes. My alarm went off at 3:45. I officially woke up at 4 a.m. But yeah, 3-hour time difference, so keep that in mind. When we get home, we might need a nap because girl, by the time I'm getting up, my boyfriend's going to bed, which is crazy. I had a good night's rest, and oh my gosh, I was like doing my makeup this morning and I totally forgot to tell you, like, the last night in my update, I got assigned a 5-day trip off of airport standby last week. You know, at first I was like so upset. I was like, ugh, because I don't mind like any trips I get, it's just I don't like being assigned off of standby. It's like my least favorite thing because I just like to be prepared. But anyway, it ended up being a really good trip. And then on that trip, in between flights, opportunity to go get like a drink, a smoothie, whatever from food. I'm standing there and all of a sudden I realized it's Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy. And if anyone knows me very well, especially when I was younger, I've been a Fall Out Boy fan for like more than half of my life, and I actually have a Funko Pop of Pete Wentz. I was standing there with the flight attendant and I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I've never fangirled in my entire life. She was like, what's happening? And I'm like, can you just watch my stuff? I'll be right back. And I walked over and I said, hey, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm like, are you Pete? And he goes, yes. I mean, I knew it was him, but I just wanted to be respectful, like, just to be sure. So I just said that, you know, I just want to introduce myself. If we can take a picture together. If not, like, no worries. Like, I understand. And he goes, no, yeah. Like, so we took a photo and he goes, like, what's your name? Normally, like, if I had a celebrity, like, on my flight, like, I would not act this way, but not, like, saying, hey, can we take a picture? But like, we were in passing in the LAX airport, so I was like, you know what, this is my moment. This made my trip 100 times better, I'm not gonna lie. But I tried to remain calm because, like, oh my gosh, I've been to like 2 Fall Out Boy concerts, but I just couldn't believe I met him. I almost didn't recognize him because he had the long hair. I had to include it in this vlog because it was so exciting for me. But anyway, I'm finishing up packing my bags. I just need to put my jewelry and finish packing up my lunch bag as well. Alright. Forget to put my handy dandy hotel slippers. I take these everywhere with me for all my trips. Don't walk around the hotels barefoot, y'all. If you do, what are you doing? Bye, have a great rest of your day. Is that Bluey? Yeah. Wow, I love Bluey. Bye, have a good day. Bye. Oh, thank you so much. I love that. Are we on? I'm letting my car warm up, but we made it back to Seattle. Oh, I could tell you what. The flight time was 5 hours and like 48 minutes, I think. Not too bad. As long as we're not surpassing the 6-hour mark, I'm good. But oh my god, I'm so tired. And I have to drive home. So meanwhile, I'm gonna eat my leftover salty grilled chips, and then I didn't drink this Dr. Pepper that I brought, so I think I just need a little wake me up. We landed at like 10:02 a.m. Right now it's 11:23. We landed over an hour ago. We waited on the tarmac for over 20 minutes. It was like 25 plus minutes waiting for a gate, and that's the issue with like arriving early sometimes. Like, you either get really lucky and you get to your gate early, or you have to sit around and wait, which in this case, oh my god, it was terrible for me because I was so tired. I was like, I can't sit here any longer. Like, throughout the whole flight, I kept like walking up and down the aisle. I was collecting garbage. I tried to find anything and everything to do to keep me busy. I feel like I'm gonna need a nap today. But yeah, the flight was great. We had no issues going to and from Boston. Like, it was an easy crowd. They're very chill. I love the Boston crowd. It might be like one of my top favorite trips, honestly. I think I would love to pick up another one soon if I can, or self-assign, you know, if I get lucky. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I do have another vlog I'm gonna be starting tomorrow, so I'll see you guys for that one. And thank you for tagging along with me as always, and I will see you in the next video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, stay a while, and yeah, take care. Bye. If it wasn't for this lobster roll, I probably would have spent a big buck at the bookstore. But that's for a different day.